We are now in the Grand Gallery, in the so-called West Gallery of the Frick Collection here in New York City on Fifth Avenue, in the mansion that Henry Clay Frick, the great industrialist, built for himself, for his family, but also really for the collection. And I think that is a really important aspect. He already built that private home with an eye to become a museum later. And of course, you know, since 1935 it has been a public museum, has gone through various stages of expansion, and now with the project that we have recently completed, we're now really up to 21st century standards. In a way, you want them to feel at home. I mean, an aspirational home, but still, you know, the Frick is, its character, really, its main character is the intimacy of the building, of the experience, the closeness to the works of art. You will notice we don't really work with stanchions and barrier rails and so forth, so you can really have a very close encounter with the art and derive all these sort of inspiration, imagination, joy, possibly also solace for some people, you know, from that. But you know, it is that sort of, you know, very special character of the Frick that makes it unique and makes it rather special also in the hustle and bustle of New York City. It was indeed a labor of love, and the entire project was possibly more like 10 years. It was also long in the preparation to think about how you, on the one hand, preserve the character of the historic building that is so beloved, and at the same time also add modern aspects to it. Now the big sort of thing is now that we've added or made the second floor accessible, so that the former private living quarters of the Fricks are now also accessible to the public, and we can show more collection up there. So that is a real acquisition, as it were, and you can now walk up the grand staircase to see that. Rooms that we're in right now is how most of it has always been, and certain hangs we really have, you know, taken the inspiration from, you know, how Mr. Frick had it on display. Some we've also brought back to how they were displayed in the past, because of course now that the second floor spaces are available, for example the breakfast room of the family is now also hung with the works how the family had them in that space, and that of course no one has ever seen before really, since this has been a museum. So in that sense, you know, there are some aspects that are also in terms of the presentation of the collection entirely new.